back to Wrist Check Podcast. Live.
Yes, sir.
Episode 52.
Yes.
The Watches and Wonders review. We got a special guest on the couch with us tonight. You can see my man Ricardo. Shout out to Ricardo. Visiting us from Worn and Wound. Congratulations on your new home.
Yes.
Thank you. I am
Clap it up.
100% vested in watches now.
There we go.
Yeah?
I love it. That's incredible.
It was hard to tell before.
For those listening and watching for the first time, my name is Perry,
I'm Ben.
And I'm Rashawn.
and we make up the Wrist Check Podcast. Before we get into the thick of things, obviously there's been a ton of releases. We got a lot to cover tonight. We have to start with our honorary wrist check. I'll start with the guest of this evening, Ricardo, who's double fisting. What do you got on the wrist, sir?
I got on my right wrist, I have the Alpina Alpiner
Nice.
Extreme, released late last year. Nice integrated bracelet design. They actually just released a bracelet to this watch at Watches and Wonder. On my left wrist, I have last year's Bella the Ball. She wasn't invited, but she still came through. Stunted on these hoes, and then she
Oh,
left.
there we go.
I am wearing the Mission to the Moon swatch.
Respect.
On the
Very
NATO.
nice.
On the NATO, yeah, we switched it up a little bit.
Yep.
It looks good. It looks good.
Did you do any cracks or scratches to your lugs putting that thing on?
Bruh, like, I don't know how this is still alive and in perfect condition. And I don't baby this watch.
Yeah.
But she's still good.
Someone asked me to swap the strap on their moon swatch. They had two of them a couple weeks ago, and please don't turn that watch over if you're listening, because that thing is beat.
Oh, no.
It's so hard to swap straps on those.
Yeah, it's because it's not like stainless steel where you just get a scratch. Like, you literally see
Yeah, it's a chip.
tip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, what are you rocking tonight?
I'm wearing a new watch that I'm potentially, hopefully, maybe
Ooh.
soon to own. It is a Breguet Type 20 Transatlantique from 2014.
Nice.
So this one has a date. It's not on the bracelet. It's on this navy alligator strap. It almost looks black, but I promise it's navy. I have slept with this watch on for the last 2 days.
Okay. Nice.
That's how much I like it.
No, it looks good.
So a friend of mine, we met up, and he had a bunch of watches he was showing me, and he didn't know that I was looking at a Breguet Type 20 on eBay for like 3 weeks, but something about it just didn't, like, I didn't jump to it. I wasn't like, damn, I need to buy this now. The case was a little beat. He had two of these in his watch roll.
Wow.
One without the date on the bracelet, and then he had this one on the strap. And I grabbed it and I put it on. And I always talk about why I love Patek and FP Journe so much. Is
Yeah.
They gave me the same feeling when I put a watch on for the first time.
Wow.
This is the third time in my life I've had that feeling.
That's pretty big.
Wow.
It's when I put on this Breguet. So
That's
I'm hoping
nice.
I'm hoping he sells it to me. But if he doesn't, I'll still enjoy it. It's fine.
Bro, that
It'll be as a
dial.
family. It's good.
That dial is nice. It's
It
like
bangs.
it's like a black lacquer.
It's crazy, and the loom on it is so
Yeah.
strong. I could see the hands glowing. So I was on my bike earlier. I could see the hands glowing in the sunlight.
That thing's nice.
This is like what, 39?
Yeah, it's a
Yep.
39.
Yep. And thin.
Yep.
Dome sapphire.
And it's an automatic chrono.
That's
pretty
nice.
good.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is navy.
Yeah, the stitching is the easy giveaway.
Yeah, that's tight. It's super light too.
It's a good watch. I'm happy I've been wearing it.
Shout out to Breguet. I'm wearing. I'm repeating a watch. We got a couple of new watches on the couch. I am repeating a watch. I'm wearing the vintage Day-Date 18239, early 90s quick set. Love it. Flies under the radar. Dress it up, dress it down.
Stealth well.
Stealth well.
Stealth wealth. I like that.
What do you got first, Rashawn?
So I'm repeating the watch.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. I'm wearing the JLC Polaris again. I mean, this watch just checks all the boxes, like I've said before. Classic dive watch, integrated bracelet, no date, the way a dive watch should be. I like that it has that inner rotating bezel, so it still makes it very dressy. So, if I want to, style and profile, I can do so with this piece.
Woo!
As well as wear some jeans, a hoodie, and hiking boots.
There we go.
There's always method to my madness when I wear a watch.
Talk about it.
I think what we shared on the show before when we were shouting out Ben when Ben wasn't here, is like, you kind of like roll over and you know that this watch calls you. And so this watch called me because when I looked at Watches and Wonders, I was very wowed by JLC, but we'll talk about that.
We will talk about that. We'll
later.
get to that.
Yes.
Definitely. So get into the thick of things. Let's get the obvious players out of the way.
Yes.
So what's funny is last night, it always starts, the night before Watches and Wonders is almost like Christmas Eve.
The internet goes crazy.
The internet goes crazy. And, I was up waiting for stuff to trickle in. I was up kind of late. And all of a sudden I get a text from a mutual friend of ours. And it's a couple
we was
of
in a group chat.
Yeah.
Straight.
It was a couple of images
Google it.
of Rolex
Straight.
pieces
Google it.
off of Google. And so he sends me a picture of a green dial Sky Dweller, and my immediate reaction was like, fake. I was like, why are you sending this? And he's like, no, Google it.
He said
Google
Google
it.
Rolex Sky Dweller, and it pops
Yeah.
up.
And so I started Googling
Random
models,
watches, yeah.
and all of a sudden these Rolex sponsored ads are popping up in Google with pictures of novelties. And this is around like, what,
You're like,
11,
yeah.
12, midnight?
It was right after midnight, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, it was like right after midnight
Yeah.
when
Which
they started
is-
populating.
Should be 6 o'clock in the morning in
Yeah.
Switzerland.
Okay.
So I was initially going to say somebody, dropped it a little early.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, the website loaded on the back.
Definitely,
That's what
yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
And then, but I was happy for it.
Yeah.
I ended up not going to sleep.
So we were in the group chat scrambling, like searching up different
Yeah.
models, trying to see if we can find
But then they
pictures
started
of them.
disappearing.
Yeah, they did start disappearing.
Because I searched up Rolex Daytona after we saw the new Rose
Yeah,
Gold
couldn't
black
see
dial,
anything.
and I was like, "This is regular Daytona. What's going on?"
Yeah, it was wild. So we got a number of pieces that dropped. I want to start with, I don't even know what to call this thing, but we got a new Oyster Perpetual. Can I call it the confetti dial?
Is it the Petri dish?
They're calling it a
The
celebration.
the
dial.
Petri
Jesus.
dish.
Some of you
Wow.
I know I saw that somewhere.
This was completely out of left field for me with
Yes.
Rolex.
That came out of left field
This came out of left field.
compared to what we saw. That's what came out of left field.
This came out of left field. But I thought it was good. I thought it was cool.
It gives me Murakami vibes.
Takashi Murakami vibes.
Yeah, it gives
Yeah.
me Murakami vibes.
It's definitely like it's poppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was interesting too. It's got all the colors of the previous
Yeah,
lacquer
it's,
dials.
it's very
Yeah.
whimsical. Like I don't like it. I'm not gonna hate on it though. There's definitely somebody for it. I can see why people like it.
It's not
I'm
you.
good.
Yeah, no.
I kind of dig it.
I'm good.
I think it's kind of cool.
I just
I'm good
the
as
thing-
well.
Yeah, what confused me the most is that word on the street was they got rid of the red and yellow dials because they were too hard to produce and they would crack.
Sure.
You gonna tell me you're gonna put all the colors on one dial
Yeah.
and you expect to get them in the hands of people?
Yeah.
Let's see how many come out in the next year or so. How
Yeah.
many are actually in the wild? Then we'll
It's
see what's
it's
up.
gonna be interesting.
I think too what was really cool, or like what I've been talking to people about, I think that watch brands now are dating their watches, if that makes sense. So you will know that this watch is made in 2023. Like it was at this specific time, this specific moment, etc. And I think that's where the brand proposition is going to be, or like the value proposition is going to be, and just like the circa and when this watch was actually made.
Yeah.
So left-hand drive. What did we call
Left
it
hand,
last
the
year?
left-
An upside down. G-
Upside down. It was
down.
definitely
Is
it was
20
definitely upside down.
Is 2022.
Yes,
Yeah.
And then-
exactly.
and then this is 2023.
Yes, I agree, 100%.
So I definitely said this was out of left field. It was, and now I know what you're referencing because so there's a I guess I don't know if we should say it's off catalog. It's not really off
It's
catalog.
not on catalog.
But there's the new Day puzzle dial.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm puzzled.
I'm
by
puzzled.
the dial. For damn
yeah.
sure.
I didn't really. I wasn't
So
really
in the
getting it.
date window, it's got like a range of like
Emojis, like Android
well,
emojis.
the date has
Inspiring
emojis, and then the day window has like it looks like faith, hope,
Yeah.
charity.
Mhm.
Yeah, does it say what the words are there, Ricardo?
It just says love, and then the date window
It says
has
love,
like a heart.
happiness, faith. I forget what the other two
I don't.
are, but
It's just a little. That was just a little strange.
I
it's
like
very strange.
I liked
Very
it
strange.
conceptually.
Yeah.
I don't get what they were doing.
I think the tight face for the date and the emojis look terrible.
It's not the. But
It's
you know,
straight Android emojis.
But it's weird. Like I think we mentioned this. We were talking about this before we started. Like each one of these, I thought was maybe associated with some type of charity or
yeah, we
I
talked
haven't
about
seen
that off
that.
camera.
But I
haven't
haven't
heard anything.
Like so,
It'd be great if it was.
yeah,
yeah, of course.
But it's really left field. Like,
It
I
is
was-
really left field. But I think you know what I like about these two releases is that it seems that Rolex is not taking themselves as seriously. And I kind of
They
like
should.
that.
yeah.
But there was some other cool releases from them. I mean, let's go
the
into
36 millimeter day dates with the stone dials all bang.
those are
Yeah.
those are
Those
all
all
fire.
bang.
Yeah.
Those are all fire.
Yeah.
The green aventurine is crazy
Yeah,
in rose gold.
that one is fire.
The
Yeah.
turquoise marble dial, what stone is that?
with the diamond bezel.
Yeah.
Yes, that's another.
That's a good one. What stone is it? Is it saying the
Is that
capsule?
turquoise?
Let me
I don't think
see.
it is.
I don't think it's a turquoise, but
31 emojis. Green. No, that
Green
can't be.
aventurines
Green
and rose
aventurine. No, turquoise.
It is turquoise.
That's,
Platinum.
that's a good cut of turquoise.
Yeah.
it is.
Because the older one was in yellow gold.
Yeah. We also got a titanium Yachtmaster on a bracelet.
Bruh.
No strap.
I would have liked it.
I like that.
I would have liked it on Oyster Flex though. I mean, I'm not mad at the bracelet. I'm just saying it would
You
have
can
been
take the bracelet off
Yeah.
and put the flag.
But they don't make titanium end links for the Oyster Flex bracelet.
That's
it's
true.
not gonna fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They
But-
should have dropped it on that Velcro like that
Or
prototype.
or just give it two options of configuration.
Yeah.
Maybe later. Well, no, never
But
mind.
listen,
Next year it's
again,
not
I
gonna
think
make it.
in the spirit of where Rolex is going, right? I remember a year ago we were like, they'll never do anything in titanium. And now we got the titanium hockey puck, the
Yeah.
Deep Sea Challenge.
Yeah.
And then we got something that we can actually wear with a full titanium bracelet.
But,
Yachtmaster.
but can you if it's a 42 millimeter? I mean,
Yeah.
we're
No,
unbiased, but there are so many people that are biased to the 42 millimeter. Should have been a 40.
I don't mind in the 42.
I don't mind
You
42.
can go bigger because it's lighter.
True. No,
It,
no.
it compensates.
I mean, we have no gripe.
it's also just a time with a date, so it's a thin case. It's
I
not
don't
crazy.
think people are gonna
You know?
mind.
I think this thing will look better in person too when we see it. I think once we finally see, I did see some pictures from some of our friends over in Geneva, kind of like doing like some wrist shots with it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks cool.
good.
It does.
The brush finish on the titanium looks really nice.
The GMT.
I like it.
You
Love
do?
it. Love it.
What
Really?
The gold.
All
Yellow
gold.
gold Jubilee.
All
Okay.
gold.
This
All
man's
gold.
over here. He hating. That's
Why you
what
hating?
I'm not. I just don't get it.
It
I mean,
reminds me of an '80s yellow gold GMT.
Looks like a
100%.
sun.
And we know what's crazy is that I really like the watch, but I thought the bezel was all black.
It's like black
When
and
I saw
gray.
the gray on the bottom, I
Mhm,
liked it even
mhm.
more. I was
Really?
like, yeah, that bangs.
Yeah. Well, the coolest thing too is like there hasn't been a men's like a solid gold men's Jubilee bracelet in a couple years. So for them to do the full gold and the offer in Jubilee, I think was pretty sick.
Someone called the in the chat. They called the first watch over the OP the dipping
Yeah.
dots.
I
I think that's a name that
cotton
can
candy
stick.
Dippin' Dots.
That's a name that can stick.
So rainbow Dippin' Dots.
I like
shout out to Mayor in the chat. He
So,
says,
Mayor,
just
what
give
up?
me the mint green Sky Dweller
Dweller?
Jubilee, and I'm done with everything else on my list.
So a note to the viewers. I know some of y'all probably looking at us and like, y'all mad disrespectful. Y'all got your phones out. There's
There's a lot
so
to keep up
many
with.
releases.
And we
There's a
wanna
lot.
see what
There's a
happens.
lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Like we're
There's a
literally
lot.
like going through like 100 different releases,
Yeah.
trying to just remember.
It's a lot.
I
It's
wish
a
I
lot.
could see Ricardo's group chat right now.
Yeah.
What did you think about the Rose Gold Sky Dweller? Because that I
Rose
liked a
Gold
lot.
blue?
I thought I like the new Sky Dwellers. It's got a new movement. The case is a little bit thinner. My issue with the Sky Dweller was that it was always too thick. I think it's great. I love the colors. I love the green green
green's
dial
nice.
on the steel. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
And then the blue dial with the Everose, it's not the same blue dial.
Yeah,
It's like a blue green.
for sure.
That dial is fire.
That dial is fine.
That dial is fire. So I thought they killed the the Sky Dweller update.
Yeah. Daytonas? What you think?
Daytonas.
Yeah.
What about him?
We got an open case back on the
Next.
platinum.
That is the ugliest movement I've seen in a watch.
It
It looks like an Edda with a gold rotor.
It looks better than the last one. I think they definitely
You
take.
can't even see the last one.
No, but we've seen like the ADG pieces.
Yeah,
and
but
when
like-
you can see the movement in it, it doesn't look as
Yeah,
cool
but-
as this.
But
But
Artisans of Geneva at least
listen,
makes the movement look
I
nice.
hear you. I hear you.
This
I hear you.
they just slapped the gold rotor on it and said you're welcome.
No, listen. If you don't have one already, there you go.
Nah. I will say that the brown bezel looks a little different.
The
Not
bezels,
just-
all the bezels look a little
so
different.
not
And there's
just
been
the
updates
size
to
and
the
stuff,
dials
but the
too.
actual color, like it looks more rich. Like
Yeah.
it's always the crystal. It
Yeah.
looks really brown.
Yeah.
Then it looks lighter. It looks more chocolatey. I like that.
we gotta give some RIPs. RIP to the Milgauss
Womp
Yes.
womp.
Yeah.
and the Cellini. The Cellini is
Womp
dead.
Chilling
Cellini
Moonface.
Moonface is officially the
It's
whole
gone, retired.
catalog is
Yeah.
done.
But
Judge-
Cellini line is done.
Yeah.
This new one is not a Cellini. It's the 1908.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It's-
perpetual 1908, right?
Yeah. How do you feel about this one?
They bang.
Dope.
I thought so too.
I think it's
It's a nice like vintage aesthetic for Rolex.
I also think it gives people who are looking for a Calatrava, but are like, I don't want to spend 40
Calatrava,
grand on a
yep.
Calatrava. They now have an option from another brand that maybe has some star power.
yeah.
Because I feel like for maybe the new watch collector, or the guy getting his second or gal getting their second or third watch,
Mhm.
and they want something in that price point, something that looks like that, they might be a little too like reserved on getting something like a JLC.
Sure.
Now you have, and again,
The
a watch
1908.
with a lot of star power because you
Yeah.
got the crown on the dial.
You got the crown. It
And
has
it
an
looks
open
good.
case back.
yeah.
The detail that I really like, I like the straps. The
Yeah.
interior of the strap is Rolex green.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a nice little touch.
Does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where they always wanted the Cellini to be.
Yeah.
And now this gives them an opportunity to kind of give you that.
To step into that space.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Like for the guy who's just like, Calatrava, it already has like a sub in his collection.
Right.
He's just going to build that out. Now he has this nice dedicated Rolex dress watch that he could chill with.
Agreed.
Just respond to someone in the chat. No, we haven't spoken about the Odysseus yet, but we will get to that. Let's hop into Paddock.
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 Best in
Yes.
show, bro. Best in show.
I'm
Easily.
shocked that you would say that. So
No, he
shocked.
says it every year.
He
Sarcasm.
does. What did you think about the Paddock release, Ricardo?
Um,
I'm gonna look up these references now.
that new Aquanaut
Fire.
bangs.
Which one?
the what is
The
it?
annual
loose?
calendar?
The loose?
The loose.
The annual calendar? You like that?
Yes, very fire.
39
Really?
millimeter.
Listen, that travel time pilot for me.
That and I think
The travel
The
time
chrono.
pilot?
The
Yes.
flyback
Yep.
chrono. Yeah.
Last
Fire.
year they dipped their toes in like this more sporty like motif, and today they just died.
Oh, they went full sport.
full sport.
I gotta say,
Yo,
the
those
6007.
6007s with the
Yeah.
I want every
the
color.
6007 is crazy.
I need red and yellow
Fire.
all day.
The yellow one's the best.
Yeah.
Yellow
Yellow
one's
one-
the best, but yeah. I mean, that's
Yellow,
the point.
Wait,
nah,
wait,
yellow is the
Disagreement.
best. Yellow's fire.
no, but those bang.
The
Those
6007 was a hit.
But one of my other favorite ones that I think might be a little slept on with Patek is the 5224, the 24-hour time zone.
I
dial.
love that.
Slap.
The-
Travel
Yeah,
time.
that travel time.
It's what, red gold, right? Blue
Yeah,
dial?
yeah, it's rose
That
gold
thing
and
is
blue dial.
fire. I thought that was great. I was talking to someone about it earlier today. Someone heavy in Patek. Not a fan. I was
Really?
shocked. I was shocked. There was mixed reviews when I was talking to people today about Patek. I was really, really surprised because when I saw it, I was like, nah, I thought this bangs.
Yeah.
What do you want? Another Nautilus? They already gave us 3 new ones a couple months ago.
I think-
Relax.
I
Exactly.
think for the traditionalist like kind of Patek buyer,
Yeah.
they probably hating on all this stuff hard.
Mhm.
But for like the more modern buyer, like the young dude who got bread, and
Yeah.
he wants something that he wear a little bit more often, a little
he's like,
sporty.
I found a Patek that doesn't look like my dad's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't have
No,
said
I
it
thought
better.
it was
Couldn't
smart.
have said it better. So
Like,
I
love
thought it was
his
smart.
brand. I don't
Patek
wanna wear
definitely
my
hit
dad's
with
watch.
these.
So, can we talk about the new minute repeater?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
The 5316P.
That
Fire.
was-
Smoke sapphire dial.
Yeah.
I like the real time one too.
Shout out to Longo on that though.
Oh,
started that
yeah.
No
Someone did
knocking
say
it,
that.
no
Yeah, no,
hating.
it's true.
But on the Patek, it looks crazy.
It does look good.
New
That was a good one.
6300s also. Two-tone 6300.
I thought that was interesting.
I like it a lot. The white gold rose is nice.
Yeah. Most
Don't-
expensive watch.
Don't be surprised when Jay has one.
Jay's definitely gonna have
yeah,
one of
for
those
sure.
at some point.
Jay already got the Ingenue.
Yeah, he does. Let's talk about that.
That's-
IWC brought the Ingenue back.
Yeah. The black dial I like the most.
I like the dial that Jay had.
Yeah, the Aqua.
The Aquas,
Yeah.
that thing is
Nice.
fire.
Mm-hmm.
That green dial,
I,
new case, updated bracelet,
How big is it?
40.
It's not bad.
No, it's perfect.
yeah, I
It's
think
perfect
if
for what it is.
If you were waiting for them to bring that watch back, I can't see
You
how
got it.
you'd be like, I don't like this. That's exactly-
IWC is definitely like hit a home run with that one boutique exclusive.
Uh-huh. Definitely. maybe a
Sadly.
dial color be boutique exclusive.
I'm hoping,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I'm
like
hoping
both
people
of 'em.
actually have a chance of getting this piece because obviously it's definitely going to be the most like in demand piece in their line. I think for 2023. You had something?
What do you think about the price point?
What is the price point actually? I didn't get the
12?
price.
Like 13, 14 grand.
Yes. I know many of people who have brought that up and they're just like, nah, man.
But why
Like-
not?
But what?
But
Yeah.
and that's when I'm like, it's weird. People like to look at watches like that in a box
Mhm.
and be like, just by itself, like, you know what? This is how much it should be. But you can't look at it that way. You have to look at the competitors and you have to compare
But-
what is everybody else spending for their integrated bracelet designs.
Yeah.
And this still comes in much lower than
And it still has
than
the
that.
provenance, right? So it falls in line with, was designed by Gerald Genta. So it's like, just from a historical perspective, if you are a collector and maybe that means something to you, that's a great price point because you got a lot of guys who are paying much more in the secondary market for a time-only Nautilus.
Well, considering the retail on the other famous Genta designs, this is
Seriously,
a third of the
like
price.
this is
Both.
seriously.
But then, like I said, people don't look at it that way.
Right.
They just like, okay, engineer box. Like I want IWC to be my value brand and just give
Yeah.
me what I want at a cheap price. It
But it's
doesn't
crazy
work like
because
that.
even at 13 grand, it's still a value.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hell of a watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a hero piece for the brand.
So we skipped baby brother.
Who?
Tudor.
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 We getting the
Little
Tudor.
brother.
Little
I'm feeling the
R.I.P. Uncle Seiko.
Uncle
There's
Seiko.
a new Jubilee bracelet in town.
Yeah, exactly.
Woo!
Now you can put a real Jubilee bracelet on.
But it won't fit everything, though. It's only for the 41.
Yeah, it's only for the 41.
How many people want a Black Bay 41?
Not
but
me.
no,
Uncle Seiko, you're still in business.
will it work? Will it go back to like the original 41s? Because I gotta still.
I doubt it. The luck pattern's probably different.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll
it might
try
be.
it.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
try it, but-
definitely. You get it.
Like
Just
Jay,
get one
That's
returning.
bro, they forgot us. Like, you know, they would make bank if they took the T-Fit and just
Would they?
retrofitted it to.
Or would they make more if they just made you buy a whole new watch?
fact?
Yeah,
But not.
yeah,
I still,
exactly.
there's still people walking around with Etta Rose.
Sure. No,
Yeah,
like
you're right.
Black Bays.
You're
So, and they will never buy another
No,
Black
they
Bay.
won't.
No,
Like,
they
I
won't.
already have it.
I already
Yeah,
have
that's
it.
true.
So, like, make a quick 800 because you know they're gonna charge 800 for the T-Fit bracelet, and just be like, that's easy
But
money.
maybe you could just get it as a part. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
Maybe.
They also released the GMT. We were talking about
The
this.
white, the albino GMT.
What were you saying before that they copy who?
The Mata.
They copied Monta, the Monta GMT with the white dial.
They also, I mean, Timex has a white.
Has a
Pepsi
white-
GMT.
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
On their
I
version of
like the
Jubilee.
Polar GMT. I like
What I thought was sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say what I appreciated from them is the redesign on the Black Bays, because I think if you're a parent and your child just graduated college, that's an easy buy.
Sure.
Like you get the Black Bay 39, what is it, 3950 on the Jubilee T-Fit, no date. That's easy. That's an easy choice. I know a billion 80s out there. That's the first thing they're gonna put on the table.
Oh,
when
absolutely.
somebody comes in and says,
Yeah.
"I'm looking something for my son. He just graduated." Bang. So I think that's a nice look. They still have the what's that collection that I always feel doesn't do as
Royale?
good. The Royale.
the Royale.
Royales.
with that rose dial.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well, they dropped the Black Bay 36, 41, with that.
Yeah,
with
the
that,
blue
like,
dial.
Blue dial.
Mm-hmm.
That was
they
cool.
updated it, and they did that. It's like a black dial with gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
they did the new
yes.
one?
Yeah, they did.
Shout
what
out
was
to
that, 37.
So it's funny you say that because shout out to Ira Roberts, 37 millimeter Black Bay for the Scrawny Kings Unite.
But you called it mini sub.
Kind of called it. We were talking about like what Tudor might do, and I was like, yo, it would be great if they did a mini sub. But I guess I have to take
It's
this.
the next best thing.
Listen,
the
37
strap?
But how
millimeter.
do you think about the rubber strap on that?
I got to see it in person. I'm interested to see it once they actually start
So
coming.
you know
in.
how I
fit?
feel about Tudor bracelets.
Yeah, I
Fake
do.
rivets don't do anything for me.
Yeah, but
I
they
like
kind of
that.
stopped that.
I like
with
that
the,
watch better on the bracelet than I do the rubber.
Mm.
I think the rubber makes it look a little cheap.
Really?
Yeah.
I
feel
got to
like-
see it when it comes.
Yeah,
in.
you got to see it in person. I feel that's the thing with a rubber strap. Like in pictures.
Yeah, the
you know,
pictures weren't good though.
No,
the official
no.
images from Tudor, they weren't that good.
Yeah. But overall, like I feel like there was a little, like reverse.
Yeah.
Reverse.
Yeah, we
reverse,
talked
like-
about that. It was like the Tudor release was very incremental,
Mhm.
and then Rolex like
All over the place.
it was like role reversal.
I definitely felt like Rolex last.
Rolex should have dropped their watches on April 1st.
No.
Come on.
no.
Come on.
Come on. Come on.
Nah, they had some heat. They had some heat.
Just like Stone Cold Stunner, like
Yeah, and listen, if
Rolex.
moving along. Let's get off the Crown family.
Mhm.
We have our own family that released a watch today.
Yes.
Shout out to Oris. Shout out to
Fast.
VJ.
Yeah.
Kermit, baby.
The Kermit and the
That cherry
altimeter.
aquas.
Yeah.
The cherry aqua
cherry
was
aqua.
fire.
Cherry
Bust
Aquas with
down
the
cherry
diamonds.
aquas.
That's-
Yo,
yeah,
VJ,
that's-
send
Yo,
that.
you run
That's-
through with a
that's
bust
been-
down
that.
aquas?
That's big. That's
wearing
big. That's fair. That's
Nah, that
big.
was
Big.
good.
I called
yeah.
dibs on
That was
one.
good.
Yeah.
I'm
That was
wearing
good.
I like the diamond indices too.
Yo,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's really
it's
nice.
crazy.
And the bezel was set very well too.
Mhm. I love the fact that like Oris is stepping into gem sets.
Well,
kinda
it started
nice.
with that black diamond.
I remember.
special
Yeah,
edition.
that was a good one.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
The
for
bronze
sure.
case.
So they had this big the Pro Pilot X. We know it from back in the day. Last year they did the 3 dial colors, right? They gave you like kind of like a slate gray. There was like a navy
And that salmon.
and the like
kinda
salmon
pink,
kind
yeah.
of pink one.
Mm-hmm.
So now they got this collaboration with I guess it's with Disney because Disney owns like Jim Henson and everything now.
Yeah.
And they did the
Kermit. Yeah, I remember talking to when we were talking to Rolf. He was like, "Man, he's like, it's a process."
Yeah.
Like,
they have
working
to
with
be a tough
Disney,
company to
like
work with.
it's a process. But he wanted it. He was
Yeah.
just like, this is something I always wanted to do, and I like how it came out. I like how it's subtle. It's not like Kermit all in your face.
Yeah, you'll have
Yeah.
emojis for 31 days.
Yes.
Shots fired.
hmm Bang bang.
Yeah.
But
Get bow. Shout out Elias.
Yes. Stay
But-
crispy, my friends.
it looks good, man. It looks good. Like that. What I don't think people notice is one, that color looks so different depending on the lighting, and two is the Riho is like this deeper green color. So when you see it in person, you got that lime green dial, but I say Riho chaptering, you look around and it's like this really deep green.
It's
Looks
really
like-
nice how they did it because and the dial is like to me it reminds me of like the perfect like tennis ball green,
Yeah.
which is just a color that I like. I
Mhm.
love. It's like the perfect summer watch.
I was gonna say it's a good. So like all those PPXs and like those cotton candy divers, all summer they've been banging.
Yeah.
People have been asking for them. People have been buying them. They've been wearing them. This just adds to that.
Yeah.
You have another good again,
You know who,
high value summer watch.
you
Yeah.
know who was customer number one, of course, though.
Who?
Fremstar.
Fremstar.
Shout out to Fremstar.
Shout out to Frem.
I saw him a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about that, and I was like, "Yo, I got something to show you." And I showed him a picture of him. He was like, "Oh, Josh reached out to me." He was like, "I'm going to see him at Watches and Wonders," and I was like, "I bet." But I knew he would love it, and he posted on the gram today. So I think it's safe to say he got one.
Yes.
It's
The
definitely
first
the good
one.
That's a damn sure.
Yeah. So, and he was hype, you know what I'm saying? And to get a collector like Fremstar hype about a piece is really exciting because he is like a very serious
Yeah.
watch collector.
Also,
So
all the stuff that he has, I would imagine getting hype about a piece is hard to do. now.
it is definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
for
It's,
sure.
it's
And
probably
when you
tough
hear-
getting
When
excited.
you hear somebody like him getting hype about an Oris, that can only mean amazing things.
Yeah,
For the brand
facts.
and people who want to get into it.
Yeah. They also released the altimeter.
Mhm.
We fell in love with that watch.
We did. So that's a cool watch, and what's even cooler about it is it kind of it continues on what they started with, like the Coulson,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's a 3D printed carbon case. It's a super complicated timepiece, but it's like one of the lightest watches you'll ever
Right.
put on your wrist. That thing looks cool as hell. I posted a video of it today on the IG for people
How
to
big
check
is it
out.
again? 46 or 47 millimeters?
It doesn't feel
doesn't
like
feel
a
like it.
46.
Yeah.
When you put it on,
I want to
you
say
sent me the
maybe it
wrist
was like
shot,
a
it feels smaller.
44.
It's
It
comfortable.
looks smaller.
It's I think too because it's like super light.
Because I remember,
That's on your wrist, right?
yeah.
It
Because
looks good on
yeah,
Ricardo's
like
wrist.
7.5. Like
Mm.
yeah, because when we saw it, because we was in the room, when
Yep.
we saw it together. It's a nice watch, man.
No,
It's
that was-
very
that was
comfortable.
cool.
I
Light.
like the strap that it's on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of Cordura.
Yeah, it's like canvas.
yeah,
Yeah.
but no, I think they hit. So like it's always nice to see a fan, release some nice stuff. So.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Oh,
they
for
gave,
sure.
they gave me two things I personally like: a green dial watch and a red dial watch.
They did. Shout out to Ori, shout out to
Facts.
BJ, Josh, Anna.
Yes.
So favorites. I want to go. Obviously, we just covered some of the brands that were most forward facing today, but there was a lot of watches that were released today.
Mhm.
I know all of us were on the gram.
We just
kinda-
got confirmation. Altimeter is a 47.
Oh, it's a 47.
47.
It's crazy. It
See,
doesn't
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like it.
Yeah,
That's
no,
good.
It's the
It's like
carbon
a
case.
44.
That's great.
Feels like a 44.
Yeah,
And it's,
yeah.
light as
Wow.
hell.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
Stand corrected. But we saw a lot of pieces today, kind of living vicariously through a few of our friends who are in Geneva. I want to know across whatever was released today, across every brand, what were some of you guys' favorites?
I'm a sucker for the Alpine Eagle, and that Salmon Dial was begging.
The which one?
Alpine Eagle.
Okay, nice.
Salmon Dial, great looking watch. Was already a fan of it.
Yep.
So I love when anybody does put salmon on anything.
Yeah.
Facts.
Big fan of that.
Respect.
Let's see, and this the HF version. What was it? This right here.
Oh, that's crazy.
And we'll share
that a
images
carbon? No, it's
of
not carbon.
all the
Looks like it,
watches
though.
when this episode goes up on Wednesday.
Mhm.
Did you see that?
Oh,
What is
no,
this
I didn't
one?
see this.
Is the
That's
Alpine
Chopin?
Eagle with the black and red dial?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
So it's funny because just before we started recording, I saw a couple of Chopard pieces and I was like, I don't get it. And then I saw that salmon doll and I was like, maybe I get it.
They made 250 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real nice.
Yeah, the salmon doll was fire.
That's the 8 hertz frequency. Right? That's what
Yeah.
That thing is cool too.
So that's. I'm trying to think what else. Because there's so much. Like you
There
guys
was a
have
lot.
to understand. Like there
Rafa
were.
said, "Yo, watching you guys, I called the engineer."
He he did. So
did.
way back
Yeah.
when we shot with Rafa, he
And
was
Nacha,
with Nacha, and shout out to them. He said, I remember he was like, I really hope that they bring that watch back. That was like he
Yeah.
made a point to say that. That's
He
true.
did.
I remember that.
And the other thing is the green dial Santos. The Santos.
The Green Dal Santos.
Green
yeah.
Dal
We
Santos.
didn't even get to
But
Cartier.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
but Skeleton Santos Dumont, crazy.
Crazy.
Super
Crazy.
Crazy.
And shout out to
the
Derek
lacquer
Mon.
doll version.
Yes.
Yes.
Shout out to Derek Mon because he definitely wanted to see like a medium size skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, any kind of like Cartier skeleton, he just wanted to see something like medium size.
But that one looks like it's almost like the traditional Santos Dumont. It's like a very thin case.
yes,
It's nice.
very nice.
And the combination of the gold with the blue lacquer, I thought was a nice touch. And the fact that it's a skeleton, it's like I thought it was executed very well. A couple of my favorites, the Arnold and Sons double tourbillon in the aventurine and the malachite,
Yeah,
fire.
for sure.
Those were heaters.
Brand gets no love.
They-
they
Yeah,
deserve-
we're gonna post some
Yeah.
images of those tonight. And another one, the Laurent Ferrier Evergreen.
Mm-hmm.
That was
I'm happy you mentioned
fire. That was so
that.
good.
And the red gold,
Yes,
crazy.
that was banger.
That was gonna be. I know we're gonna talk about sleepers. That was gonna be my sleeper.
That was, and it probably is a sleeper still.
Yeah.
I haven't saw anyone talking about
No.
that, but that watch.
I
is
only
beautiful.
saw it because I followed the company. on
Yeah.
Instagram. That's the only reason why I saw
That thing is a heater.
Yeah.
What about you, Ben?
So I'm gonna mention it as a group. the Rare Handcraft Pateks, all those crazy Calatrava.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Specific, though, they did a lot of crazy Rare Handcrafts this year, but the ones with all the cars on them for the Monaco Grand Prix,
Yeah, the Monaco Grand Prix.
those
that
are
was
crazy.
old.
There's one that's white gold with a
Mm.
ruby and diamond set bezel.
Mhm.
That one's insane.
Steamboat one was crazy too.
The Steamboat one is
Steamboat
crazy.
one is
There's one
good.
with a family of elephants that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's a pocket watch though,
Mhm.
with the elephants. The Steamboat one, I think, is it also a pocket watch?
No, maybe a wristwatch. I think so.
And then just those cars are insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
FP Journe, under
Sure.
the radar, they
Sure.
dropped a Black Dial Elegante.
Yeah.
That's luminous.
Mhm.
Come on. And they came out with their official release of the hand watch.
I saw that.
whatever,
Yes.
Whatever's being called. That's
The hand of
crazy.
Thanos.
$830,000.
Listen. Shout out to FP.
Yes.
Does look nice though.
It's good.
It does look nice.
It's cool. It's a cool
Technically a
watch.
digital watch. There's
Technically.
no analog display.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
funny. What about you, Rashawn?
I mean, we've already mentioned the Dumont. The Dumont was definitely one of my favorite. I like the airplane design that's like in that bottom left corner, which is
Is that
Crazy.
the rotor?
it might
Or is
be
it all manual?
because I think the images are like still, so you can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
It's also sideways.
Yeah.
You can't really tell what it
You
is.
can't really tell. And then when they do the promotional video, then they kind of like pull the airplane out, so you don't know if it's like
If it's a
functional.
micro rotor.
If it could be a micro.
If it's a
rotor.
micro rotor, that'd be crazy.
Crazy. That
If,
thing,
yeah, I got to see that thing in person.
that would be nuts. But my favorite would have to be JLC.
Talk about it.
I think I
I'm
know
with
what
you.
you're
That
gonna
was
mention.
good.
Tribute.
The dual
Chrono.
face. Oh, the Chrono?
Tribute
The
Chrono.
Chrono's the best one.
Yes. Design wise, but I do like the Turb.
I thought the Tourbillon.
The Turb was
Fire.
Turb is fire, but
That
there's
was my
something
favorite.
about that tribute. Something about that tribute Chrono. I was like, yeah, that's the one.
JLC, I did when I was watching several people, like friends of ours
Look
and
this up.
colleagues in Geneva running around Watches and Wonders. A common theme kept talking about like how amazing the JLC booth was.
Oh yeah.
Like people kept talking about it was like, yo, they really came through. These watches are beautiful.
oh for sure.
But the dual face Tourbillon to me was like, when I saw that, I was like,
Yeah,
that's good.
I'm surprised. You know what? Funny enough, Hove need to have one of those on his wrist.
You don't think he will?
I mean, he very well may.
Yeah. For
Shout
sure.
out to Alex Todd.
Shout out to Alex.
Bro, I'm realizing we didn't even mention VC.
BC,
VC,
the retrograde
Retro
overseas.
yeah.
Not impressed.
I wasn't.
I will never be impressed by anyone who
Woo.
takes an existing movement and dial and pops it in a new case. Which is why it's so hard to be impressed by Rolex.
Oh, come on.
Like they didn't change anything. It's just an overseas
I saw it. I
case.
mean, it's cool. It's like, you know, it's not a bad watch.
No.
It's not a bad watch. It's like if you wanted overseas, here's another shot.
Yeah.
Go for this
However,
one.
it's a
But
blue dial, so you're gonna get it from a boutique. Which
Yeah.
good luck with that.
yeah,
Yeah, for me, it's the traditional.
Yeah, the traditional.
Traditional was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
The retrograde.
But again, that looks like a watch they already make,
Um,
doesn't it?
you know what's crazy to come down from like 222 and then this year just
I was hoping.
That's
the-
my
I was
saying.
hoping the
Like,
Steel
yeah.
222 was gonna drop.
Steel 222 would have been crazy.
I'm kind of glad they didn't. Let the gold live.
Sure.
People are enjoying the steel vintage models, getting back into it.
They just want to keep the price of vintage.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. So
Brand
let
value
it
stays
breathe
high.
a little bit.
The tourbillon. So I'm looking at these photos, official images of the reverso tourbillon.
Yes.
Is nice.
I told you.
I like the
Yeah.
chronographs better. I do, but the
Nah, I
tourbillon,
like the
the
Turb.
flip side is crazy.
I like the Turb. This is that thing is bananas. Disappointments. I know you're gonna say Rolex.
So I'm not gonna say anything at all. yes, Rolex.
You know what I thought was funny? Hublot made a Laureato.
Hublot also dropped like 12 Murakami like flower watches. Where
I
did
didn't
that
get
come
it.
from?
Yeah, it was weird. But they did the Fusion Orlinsky.
Yeah.
Looks like a Laureato almost. It's just I just
The Orlinsky's not a new thing to them. It's
I
just they
know,
never
but
really
it's just
pump it.
it's.
Yeah,
I
it's
wasn't
weird.
feeling it. It was a little weird.
Yeah.
I was actually. I mean, I know we're talking about disappointments, but Panerai dropped that calendar.
I know, yeah.
annual
You know, I was
calendar
literally
Luminor.
about to say that right now, and I'm just like,
Radiomir, I'm sorry, it's nice.
It's not bad.
And again, red dial.
That was pretty good.
That's
That was
something
pretty
we gotta
good.
see in person, touch and feel. But
What about
looks
you,
nice.
Rashawn?
I didn't really have any disappointments. I think this year for Watches and Wonders was decent, not as hyped as last year. So if you could say like
No,
I don't-
last year was better.
last year was definitely better. So I don't think there's like disappointments as far as release. I think that Watches and Wonders is very interesting because you open it up to the public, but there wasn't really like, even for our friends that are in Geneva, I mean, it's just pictures and videos and like everything else. And we've talked about it off camera. It's like, what was the point in like going to all the way out to Geneva if it was just like to be open to the public?
Well, I don't,
And just
I don't
go
know if it's
about it,
open
you
to
know?
the public yet.
The last
I
2
think
days
the
were
last
open.
2 days.
Yes.
But there's definitely way more people there this year
Yeah.
than last year.
Last year.
I'm
And
saying,
we
like,
were
what-
talking. They opened it up to Asian markets, so you have just like,
Yeah.
and it looked like that too. It looked like it was just flooded.
Exactly. So it's like, but if you do open it up to the people, like commemorate the people, like do something special. It's just like, and I get it. It's the first time around, so maybe they just
Well, we'll see. You know, I'm
know?
curious. This is the first time that they actually opened it to the public, and let's see what they do the last 2 days. Maybe they have something special. Maybe the brands get together and do something. I think that there's an incredible opportunity on behalf of the brands to engage the public in this setting, and so it's ultimately it's up to them to step up. I think.
You know,
yeah,
who,
for sure.
you know who disappointed me?
Talk about it.
Grand Seiko.
Knew it.
Yeah,
Like
I was
wanted
disappointed.
more.
I did
wanted
too.
More. Like
because we got the Kodo last year.
I don't like. I was
I
looking
don't
for
even
that.
think that's why. I just think they just did more of the same, just different.
They
colors.
did do the same watches.
Like,
yeah,
Like I feel like they're in such a reoccurring, like constantly dropping like piece after piece after piece.
Yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong, I like a lot of the stuff that they drop, but I was hoping they would save something,
Some
like,
heat.
some heat
Yeah.
for. Don't get me wrong, the chronograph looks nice. I still need to see it from the side, see the thickness, see how it wears, but I still feel like I was expecting a little bit something more.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just something that where they just dropped the hammer like they did
Yeah.
last year.
In all seriousness, Cartier also kind of disappointed me with the collection privé. I don't.
you
mind.
didn't like the Tank Normals?
I don't not like the Tank Normal. I just don't think that should have been collection privé. That should have
Well,
been like. There's no reason to not have.
There
that
was
watch
like those
around.
complicated ones that they released too, like those open work pieces. Those were kind of
Well,
nice.
they did the one with gem setting. That
Yeah.
was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But having a platinum and yellow gold Tank Normals collection privé, considering that they made what they did last year.
Yeah.
With the,
Last
with
year
that
was
squishy
like
cushion
the
case
cushion
and-
case and
Yeah.
everything.
Last year they dropped like fire.
Yeah, like
and
this
then-
kind of felt a little underwhelming
Mm.
from someone who's not like obsessed with Cartier as a brand and looking for a Normal to come back.
But I
Yeah.
feel like it was underwhelming because last year was so good.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to live up to what they did last year. I think was going to be difficult no
Yeah.
matter what. There's still a lot of stuff I like that they dropped, but I see what you mean. Like if you're comparing it to last year, it doesn't quite reach.
Yeah, the Tank
That
Normal
bar.
collection privé is a little boring. I like the watch. I would own
It's a good
Tank
watch.
Normal. But as collection privé, who's gonna own it?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's
You're making
true.
it hard for people to have something they've always wanted to come back.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions, Longa, the
The
Odysseus
Odysseus
chronograph. That was a heater.
I want to see how the button works because the start for the chronograph is also the button for the date.
Yeah,
So I'm curious to see how that would work.
I thought it was. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I was hoping they would. I forgot who I was talking to a little while ago. Like they're such a serious brand.
Yeah,
Like if there was anybody I hope just once. I'm not saying like make a continuous collection, but just drop something playful. Like just once. I would love to see it come from them.
But what would you want to see? Like, what would that look like?
Like I would love to see the Odysseus with like a crazy dial. Like
Like,
crazy
just a color
dial. Like just something crazy, like crazy color, crazy stone, crazy
A mullet
material.
dial. They've
Like,
done
just-
those on Datagraphs.
Hey, but I know that they're a real serious brand and they're very but like I was hoping to see something a little playful from them. But other than that, for day one, just a lot.
it was a lot.
Just a
Yeah,
lot.
that was a lot.
I thought, you know, if we can talk about like maybe some more honorable mentions, I thought Piaget had some nice stuff. Some sleepers, if you will. They had that cuff, the high jewelry cuff watch,
Yeah.
which I thought was really, really cool and executed well.
Van Cleef dropped some good watches too.
Van
Yeah, I was
Cleef
gonna say
dropped
Van
some
Cleef.
heat.
And Hermes.
In Hermes, which
Yeah.
we spoke about. Yeah.
What's with Piaget and their Aquanaut though?
He said Piaget and that Aquanaut.
I don't get it. They're really trying to pump this Aquanaut.
Listen,
It's a little strange. There's a picture
Yeah,
of it
the
here,
pi- the
and there was
polo.
they did an all black version that released like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
yeah, no,
The polo, but the thing is, you know what's funny? The polo has done really well for Piaget. Like, but it kind of does go. It kind of does like, oh, if you can't get a Protect, you go for the Piaget.
I will say, though,
anyone's gonna
the
go buy a
perpetual
Piaget
calendar-
unless it's Protect.
The pink gold one with the green dial is kind of nice.
honorable mention. I can't believe I forgot. For me, Zenith,
Oh,
the new,
the date, the big date.
the big date, the new titanium. What's that new model? Not a new model. It's on the ladder bracelet. Is it the Revival?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
That looked nice. So definitely honorable mention there.
I mean,
Ooh.
Skyline is always a banger.
Yep.
That black skeleton ceramic Skyline heater.
I'm trying to
Heater.
think, who are we missing? Like, I feel like
I'm hoping Swatch drops a new collab with like
Blancpain,
Facts.
50 fathoms,
50
bioceramic.
50 fathom Swatch.
Well, there was a rumor that they actually produced
they're
like
gonna go-
prototypes.
Well, they already teased something.
Mm.
They're gonna go land, sea, and air. You have to.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah,
You
that'd be
have
crazy.
to.
I would hope so. I'm sure they got something planned. I know. You know, they're like kind of staying quiet. Like mum's the word right now. They're gonna drop something. Chrono Swiss. They put out some interesting pieces. There was that space timer.
Yeah,
It kind of looks like a Belcanto.
Really?
A little bit.
yeah. We talked about Chrono Swiss too. Like I had sent it. Remember, I sent it in the chat. I was like, "What do you guys think about this? Like, how do you feel about the brand?"
I'm not moved by it, but they do some interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I thought the space timer was really cool.
what y'all think about that the new PF, the Minute Retro
Fire.
Minute Retro
Fire.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
a sleeper.
yes.
That's a
No,
sleeper.
Parmigiani, yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
a
no,
sleeper.
that was good.
That
was really
looked
And they
good.
did the rose gold GMT Rattrapant too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's nice.
With the blue dial.
That's real nice.
The minute Rattrapant is, you know what's crazy is one of those complications. You're like, why would I ever need that?
Yeah.
But it's like
Until
having
you
a-
use it.
Yeah, it's like having a chronograph,
Yeah.
like in some ways, like just a timer. So
Yeah, that flying turb though at like between like 6 and 8 is crazy.
Yep.
Like to position that turb there is nuts.
Yeah. So,
it's-
go ahead.
I'm gonna say this now because like I hope this is not the direction that they're going. So you have your comments about the Privé, the Tank No Mouth.
Yeah.
Like that's how I felt when they released the new Frances.
Oh,
Right.
really? Yeah, I think
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
mean,
people
I-
felt that way.
Yeah,
I feel the same way. Yeah.
It's
like,
just
what's
like-
the point?
Yeah, it's like you took a design that I think was okay, and then you made it very blah. With
Yeah,
the
like,
Frances. Yeah.
No one cares about that watch anymore.
Yep.
No one.
Oh no.
People are like, "Yo, can you still get an old one?" And I'm like, "No."
I want to take the opportunity to hit the chat and get into a little Q&A. If any of you watching and listening are curious on our thoughts, or you want to share some of your thoughts about some of the releases, hit us in the group chat, and we're going to start fielding for some questions. They asked, what did they say? Well, we talked about the Santos Dumont, which was
Santos Dumont
fire.
was good. The green dial Santos, low hanging fruit, but still good.
Yeah, still good.
I like the Tank Normals. I get what you're saying
Yeah.
about them being
I don't not
Privé,
like the watch.
They're
It
not
just shouldn't
bad.
be Privé.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been pre.
Yeah, it shouldn't
Yeah.
be Privé.
It shouldn't be.
but I thought they were really good. Let's see, what else do we have here? Do you guys see anything? Oh, did y'all speak on Grand Seiko yet? Shout out to Sterling. Yeah, we did.
Very underwhelmed.
Yeah, very.
I think
As
there was
much as we could.
yeah, general
Yeah.
consensus, not really
Yeah.
Not really excited by that
the
too
new
much.
engraved case and dial's nice,
Yeah.
but
they do.
they've done it before.
They've
Yeah,
done it before.
They
That's why
They have,
say.
yeah.
And then they had the gem set lion.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's
They
just-
did it. They did it last year.
I'm just like, I was
So-
really expecting something like, wow.
Jordan,
Jordan says thoughts on case back displays on new Rolex. Whack.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
how many decades too late? Movement's ugly.
Listen,
Next.
it's a big step for the crown. I welcome it.
A big step for the crown, a small,
Small way.
bitty move for everyone else.
Shout out to Trevor. He says, sorry if I missed it. Best Tudor release in each person's opinion. For me, I got to say it's the 37 millimeter Black Bay.
Yeah.
I appreciate that one the most. I thought that was really good.
I think I'll agree to that.
I mean, I'll go the whole kind of revamp of the normal black base, the bezel-less.
Yep.
Like, I think,
That black dial is nice on that new one.
listen,
It
The
is.
black and gold is nice.
I was talking to some people there, and we all kind of agreed. Like, it took what felt like a very sporty watch and kind of slid it closer to like casual. Like, you could get away with wearing this in kind of any setting.
It's like it's an athleisure watch.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. So, like, I love what they did there. I feel like I have to see that GMT in person before I could really make like final.
The white
judgment.
dial
The albino
GMT?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta see that in person.
I'm waiting for Rolex to drop that.
A white dial GMT?
Yeah, well, it was the
Meteorite.
prototype one. Nah, it's not the same.
Shout out to Ray Roberts. He says, I thought Tag didn't do too bad this year. Don't kill me in the comments.
You're
Thoughts?
dead in the comments.
We were we were talking. So what's that watch that they released with the diamonds
Dude, with the diamonds built into the case.
in the case?
I
Have you
forgot
seen
what
this?
It's called.
Yo, it's
Show me.
crazy.
I might like that.
Nah, it's
Nah,
not
I
good.
won't.
It's not it.
I mean, if you do, shouts to you.
If
Somebody's
you do,
gonna
shout
buy it.
outs to you.
Somebody's gonna buy it.
But yeah,
Yes,
so
yes.
there's diamonds are it's like shards of stones
Are they
baked
floating around
into the case. No, it's like baked into
Like
the
sticking
case.
out of the case, like a
it's
fossil.
like
No,
like a
it's
chocolate chip cookie.
No.
Yes,
Let's see.
Oh my god.
Tag,
it's not good.
Warrior.
Rafa says he's pumped for the
Diamonds.
Ingenue. He's interesting to see where they go with it. Different color ceramic Ingenues, question mark. GMT Ingenues, exciting times for IWC. I think we all
definitely
agree to that.
I can see IWC like running with this.
Ceramic
Oh.
Ingenue was slap.
They
That
did,
would.
Yeah, they tried to
If
do-
it happens next year, now you know Rafa called it again.
Woo!
Okay, I see the
The
tag
Carrera Plasma.
Is that what it's
This-
called?
yeah.
With
With
diamonds.
the diamonds embedded.
Hold on, wait. I
But
like
it's
how they
lab-grown-
specify lab-grown
grown
diamonds.
They tried something. This looks like
Let me see
this looks like the
Yeah,
Bizarro.
like you gotta see it on the bracelet though. Like in that picture, it's on the strap. On the bracelet is crazy because it's that same effect.
Exactly.
Like it looks like it almost looks like it's on the watch, but then you see the shots of it. It's actually like
I think they were passing something around
Put
the room
into
when they
Yeah.
thought about that one.
This
What if we put the diamonds in the case?
yeah, this is kind of crazy. This is
It's a little much.
it looks
Yeah.
like a bootleg version of like the Leopard, the Daytona gem set Leopard.
this looks like it.
Let me
came out of a
see.
Happy Meal.
Is this the one we were looking at earlier, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I
I'm
mean,
good
you-
on that
Don't
one.
get me wrong.
I do like the Turb though. I like the
I'm
career
feeling
Turb.
anything that says tag on it.
I'm sorry, Ray. You see, we didn't try to kill you in the comments, but I think
Ray, I promise
might
I'm
have
not killing you. I'm killing tag.
shout out to Young Taco. We got him in the video.
Taco.
Young Taco, did you talk to emoji?
Did we talk
watch?
about
Yeah,
the emoji
man.
watch? Yeah,
Get out of here.
yeah. We talked about the emoji day
What
date.
I was showing Ricardo earlier is that I actually didn't know that they made a rose gold version too.
Oh, they did.
Yeah. It's
They-
the same puzzle dial, but instead of where it's the turquoise towards like the right side, it's orange.
I didn't know that.
I just showed it to him.
Oh man,
Young Taco says that weak ass shit.
Yeah, we
Facts.
It's crazy to see this coming after, like, if you remember the pedal dials that they did last year,
Yeah.
which were fire.
The pedals, yeah, it's
The
good.
pedals good.
were
Yeah.
amazing, and then now you kind of see them go, and you're just like,
Yeah, the pedals are great.
Oh,
what else?
shout out to John. He said that
John
that
said he's
that
at Ruby Daytona, that
so that was
off-catalog.
off catalog Daytona. Not a
Yeah.
lot of people saw. We shared a video.
But did people
In the
see
chat today.
the off catalog Lefty GMT?
Is that real?
Yes,
That's real.
yes.
It's kind of hot.
It is disgusting.
Nah, I think that was kind of hot. If you're gonna do a
No.
lefty, do it like that.
No,
Nah, I like that.
it's ugly.
I thought it was fake.
It should be.
I thought it was good.
That I agree with.
There's also the Gem Set Yachtmaster.
Did
you see that?
No, I don't think I did.
Yeah, that released today too.
You got a photo of it?
No. Was it that? Is
It was just a Gem Set. It's on a Oyster Flex, but it's just all white diamonds.
That's new.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good.
yeah. Pass. Not exciting.
Shout out to Kathleen in the chat.
I'm gonna pull up the photo. For you
Shout
now.
out to Cafe.
Yeah, I was trying to find it.
What else we got, guys?
This is real. This is real.
Let me see.
Nah, man.
The lefty.
Nah,
Well, you got to
man.
take it off the bracelet. That's what kills it.
It only comes on the bracelet.
It's got a malachite dial.
The
dude. That joint is
malachite
fire.
dial slaps. The diamonds
Bro.
on the side of the bracelet.
That
Nah.
nah.
The
you
way
gotta-
the
I bet you if
bezel
you
is
see
atrocious.
this, if you see like a real picture of this, you're gonna love it.
Yeah,
No.
let me see this.
Nah, that thing is good.
I'll give the dial amazing. Everything else I'm good.
Yeah. They
It has that weird high polish gem set Pearl Master thing
Yeah.
going on.
Nah.
The
like,
the
it
Sprite sapphires.
Nah.
I'm good.
It looked like
Bangs,
they
that
ran out
slaps.
of diamonds for the bracelet. That's what it looked like. It don't.
Oh, it's like a Pearl Master.
They're like, yo, we
bracelet.
don't have enough
No,
diamonds to
diamonds,
cover the whole.
we're just
bracelet.
gonna leave the.
Yeah, I'm
center
not a
loop
just
fan of
blank.
the bracelet,
Yeah.
but the case is fire. The
I'm
case
good.
is fire.
The Daytona slaps though. Black dial ruby.
The Black Dial
indices,
Ruby Daytona
bezel.
was good.
It's nice.
We got a couple more minutes for those watching. If you want to throw some questions in the chat, anything. Shout out to Danny Arengo.
I mean, question: what do you guys think we missed? Like, I feel like we covered a lot, but
No, we definitely covered a lot. It was a lot of watches. I mean, it was like, I will say, I don't know. So last year was probably better in terms of actual releases. However, this year seems to have a fair bit more of excitement. And maybe it's just because of all this unexpected stuff from Rolex. I don't know. But it seems like, or maybe it's just because there's so many people there. There's like a
Yeah.
lot of information coming
Coming
at
out,
you. Like,
But a lot of it's the same, so it's like it's hard to see quality stuff.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got.
I don't
That
know.
that might do it, guys.
Shout out to Mr. Ibushi. I know he got his name on the Ruby Daytona.
Ooh.
That's definitely his thing.
I will say this: if you had to take a watch from this Watches and Wonders, if you got to choose one, which one are you taking?
Aquanaut for me.
You're taking the JLC Chrono.
Over anything?
Hard to say. Well,
Just one watch.
I thought so.
hard to say because I would go Patek. I mean, I think I would go Patek.
What from Patek?
6007 is crazy, I think. And I do like that Travel Time Calatrava.
Travel Time was good.
I think 6007 yellow.
Okay. What about you, Ben?
As much as I want to say a Journe or like the Odysseus Chrono or something really like interesting and complicated, I'm still going with a complicated watch, but of course it's a Patek.
Yeah.
The 5316-50Ps, that the smoke sapphire dial, minute repeated tourbillon.
Rafa says the Travel Time Calatrava. That was a good one.
Yeah.
The Travel Time Calatrava is nice. Also, we completely skipped the new blue rose gold 5905R.
We did, yeah.
They got rid of the rose gold chocolate. And they
yeah,
dropped
yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
No, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
They also released the 5968R.
Yep.
Yep. That was
The
released.
5924G, which is the pilot watch, but it's a flyback chronograph.
Yeah.
The shade of green that they use is really nice. I like that they're not sticking to the same color green for all the watches.
Yeah.
Tyler says VC. Tyler, I want to know which Vacheron
Yeah,
you're
what?
talking about.
What VC you taking?
Oh, he might be. He's probably talking about the traditional.
Traditional.
I bet he's talking about the
Traditional,
traditional.
Yeah.
Now for me, it's the Aquanaut, the Lucy, the 5261R. That's
People are kind of tight that they put the date at 6 o'clock and got rid of the 6, but then put the moon phase at 12 and still
It's
left
a little
part of the
weird.
12.
Yeah.
damn. Why you have to tell me that?
Yeah, that's why it's like.
Why
it's
you have to tell me
strange.
that though? Like it's like something. Once you see it now, you're just like.
I don't mind it either way. I think it's nice.
I mean,
like
it's
it.
the most complicated Aquanaut. That thing is.
I also like that the blue looks kind of gray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not like
it's
a
not
blue,
really
blue. It's like a slate blue.
Yeah, that'll
think-
make my blue dial exception.
If I had to pick one, I will go with the Laurent Ferrier,
The purple,
the green,
the
evergreen.
the puzzle Rolex you said?
Yeah, sure. the emoji watch.
Emoji day.
Nah, I would go with the Laurent Ferrier, the green. I just thought that thing was,
I mean, it's a tourbillon.
it's beautiful. I think that's fire. Which watch next said gold GMT?
Of all the watches, that's what you pick.
That's what he wants.
I mean, I like the watch. I'm not gonna knock you.
It's not for me, but to each own.
Mm-hmm.
I think that about does it, guys. This has been fun.
Yes.
Obviously, we know we're gonna get inundated with more videos and pictures. The Hodinkee team is out there. Shout out to Malika, Nora, Tiffany, and Enery and Mark and all those guys. Hodinkee's definitely been pumping out a lot of content. Our friend Jason Gong is there with Complecto. Shout out to him. Expecting to see some more content from him. Who else do we know? Your people out there. The Warner Wound team is out there. Zach and Blake are out there.
Yeah, Zach. We got Blake. Cat's out there. We got a videographer out there.
I'm interested in seeing. I want to see because there's so many people out there. I want to see everyone's take.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a quick plug.
Okay.
We got a Slack. If you want to be invited and you want to see some behind the scene things, holla at your boy.
I'm hollering. Let me get in there.
what's
Let me get in the Slack.
It's a cool Slack. Once you sign up for Worn and Wound, you have the ability to be on the Slack, and we're able to show you some pictures from behind the scenes. So
Awesome. I need the plug. We'll set that up. Send us the
Set it
info, and we'll post that on Wrist
Yes, sir.
This is episode 52. For those watching and listening on IG Live and those who may have missed it, this will live on the page, but we'll also have a full episode for you to see with all the images of the watches we talked about on our YouTube and Spotify channel this Wednesday. So for those of you who haven't had the opportunity to catch up with everything, you can catch up with us and this episode fully edited down on Wednesday with images. And
I do not envy the man who has to look for all those images.
We'll make it easy.
That
We'll
would be
send
me.
photos.
And we'll see you next week. We got a special guest on next week.
Yes, sir.
We'll let it be a surprise. He was in the chat tonight. Can't wait to hang out with him later this week. Tyler says the overseas moon phase
You're bugging.
and retrograde date. Shout out to Angel. She wants to know if we talked about Rolexes. We did. You're gonna have to catch this. You can watch this on the Instagram page or us on Wednesday.
Just know I hate them.
Sorry?
I said, just know I hate them.
Just know Ben hates Rolex. So.
Most of the new I don't hate Rolex. I hate most of the new releases.
We'll see you all next week.
Okay.
Deuces.
Peace.
That was fun. Oh, someone guessed it.
What?
I'm not going to confirm. I will neither confirm nor